He found a bride running barefoot in a torn dress. She was escaping a millionaire wedding. But before we dive into the full story, let me know where you're watching from and what time it is now. Subscribe to the channel and let's get started. Rain slashed the windshield, a relentless curtain. Lucas gripped the wheel of his old Ford, headlights cutting through the downpour on the highway outside Willow Creek. Wipers fought a losing battle, smearing streaks of water. Grease clung to his knuckles from the day's last engine rebuild. Home waited, a quiet cabin, cold dinner, memories whispering in the dark. A figure flashed in the beams by the roadside, drenched under a tattered veil. White fabric clung like a ghost's shroud, mud-stained, torn. A woman, an arms wrapped tight as if holding herself together against the world's weight. Lucas slowed, tires crunching gravel. His mother's voice echoed, "Help where you can, son. It comes back." He rolled down the window, rain spitting in. "You all right?" She lifted her head. Green eyes met his, raw with fear or exhaustion. Auburn hair plastered to her face, mascara trailing like a bruise. "I need to get away." No questions. He leaned over, popped the passenger door. "Get in." She hesitated, glancing at the dark road, then climbed inside. The door thudded shut, sealing in wet lace and engine oil. Her dress dripped onto the floor mat. She shivered, hands twisting. Lucas shifted into drive. "Name's Lucas." "Emily." Her voice trembled, barely audible. He flicked on the heat, warm air humming. The truck jostled over potholes, thunder rumbling low. She stared out, rain streaking her reflection. "Town's close," he said. "Got a garage. Dry spot if you need it." She turned slightly. "Why help me?" "Storm like this? No one should be out." His tone stayed even, eyes on the road. Silence settled, broken by the engine's hum. Lucas's thoughts drifted. To his mother, frail in her final days, a stranger's kindness stretching her time. A flat tire? A night like this, a trucker who stopped. Saved her life, doctor said, not forever. Emily shifted, tugging the ruined hem of her gown. A wedding dress he saw now, beads scattered like lost hopes. "I ran," she whispered, testing the words. He glanced over. From what? Everything. Her fingers brushed a faint scar on her wrist, thin, silvery, or from a childhood fall she'd kept hidden. Lucas's breath caught. It echoed his mother's scar, a quiet wound from her own untold story. The garage loomed, neon flickering. Willow Auto. He pulled in, killed the engine. Rain drummed the roof. "Wait here." He grabbed a blanket from the back, rough wool, dry, and draped it over her shoulders. She clutched it, a ghost of a smile flickering. Inside, he flipped on the lights. Fluorescence buzzed, revealing tools on pegboards, an engine block mid-repair. Not much, but warm. Emily stepped in, trailing water. She eyed the workbench, a faded calendar. "Thank you." He boiled water for tea, kettle hissing. No prying, but her scar lingered in his mind, a silent thread to his mother's pain. She wasn't just running. She carried wounds he recognized, deeper than she'd admit. Steam rose from the mugs he handed her. She took one, fingers steadying. Outside, the storm softened to a murmur. Inside, something stirred, quiet, unspoken. A knowing beyond words. Fluorescence hummed overhead, casting long shadows across the concrete floor. Emily sipped her tea, the mug warm against her palms. Lucas leaned over the workbench, wrench in hand, tightening a bolt on the old engine block. His movements were precise, rhythmic. Click, twist, pause. She set the mug down, blanket slipping from her shoulders. The dress clung cold, but the garage felt safer than outside. "This place yours?" He nodded, not looking up. "Inherited it, keeps me busy." Her eyes wandered. Tools gleamed in rows, a calendar pinned crooked with last year's dates. Then a photo faded, tucked behind a jar of bolts. A woman with kind eyes beside a younger Lucas, flour dusted on their aprons. "You look happy there." "We were." He set the tool down, wiped his hands on a rag. Grease smeared, but he didn't mind. "Cancer took her quick. Stranger helped once, though, gave us extra time. Heard he was running from something himself." Emily's fingers traced the photo's frame. Edges curled from time. "What happened?" "Flat tire, bad night. Guy stopped, fixed it, got her to the hospital for treatment." His voice stayed even, shoulders tense. "Never knew his name." She nodded, photo's gaze holding her. Emily picked up a rag, wiped a stray grease spot from the bench. The motion felt foreign but right, cleaning her own mess. I ran from a wedding, she said abruptly. Arranged, Jonathan. Nice enough, but not mine. Lucas glanced up, eyes steady. Family. Wealthy. Expectations like chains. She balled the rag, tossed it aside. Baking was my thing once. They called it a hobby, useless. He leaned back, arms crossed. Sounds stifling. It was. Her voice cracked, just a hair. She paced a step, boots scuffing concrete. Dress fittings, guest lists, all for show. I bolted at the altar, literally. A chuckle escaped him, soft. Brave. Stupid, maybe. She stopped, facing him. The photo watched, his mother's eyes kind, knowing. Lucas picked up a screwdriver, fiddled with it. Mom baked too, pies that could fix a bad day. He set it down, gaze distant. After she passed, I stopped. Garage became everything. Emily's hand hovered near the photo. She'd be proud. Maybe. He straightened, grabbed a fresh rag for her. Here, for your hands. She took it, wiping away the grease like shared burdens. My family, they'll look for me. Let 'em. He turned back to the engine, grip tightening. You're safe here tonight. Emily sat again, blanket pulled tight. The photo's gaze lingered. Pieces clicked. Lucas's help wasn't random. It echoed that stranger's, a chain of compassion, unspoken but real. Her resentment softened, just a touch. Running led here, not just escape, but connection. Truth bloomed. They were both mending, one act at a time. Dawn cracked the sky, pink streaks bleeding through gray clouds. Emily stirred on the garage cot, blanket tangled. Lucas was already up, coffee brewing in a dented pot. The aroma cut through the oil scent, sharp and inviting. Morning, he said, handing her a mug. Steam rose, warming her face. She nodded, sipping. Bitter, strong. Slept okay? Better than the road. She glanced at her ruined dress, hung to dry like a surrendered flag. He tossed at her a coat, his oversized, wool-lined. Town's waking. Walk if you want. Café's got breakfast. Emily slipped it on, sleeves swallowing her hands. Join me? Work calls. He jerked his thumb at the engine. But his eyes lingered, soft concern. She stepped out, air crisp with leftover rain. Willow Creek stirred, her boots splashing puddles as she headed to the cafe. Bell jingled. Warmth hit her. Cinnamon, fresh bread. An older woman behind the counter smiled. New face, coffee? Black, please. Emily slid onto a stool. Locals nodded, curious but kind. You're with Lucas? The woman Mary asked, pouring. Emily blinked. He helped me last night. Mary chuckled. Sounds like him. Quiet type, but gold heart. Since his mom passed, he's kept to himself. Fixes cars, helps folks. Never asked for thanks. Emily stirred her coffee, spoon clinking. His mom? Cancer, tough. But a stranger saved her once. Runaway type. Fixed her tire on a stormy night. Bought her time. Mary wiped the counter, eyes distant. Lucas never forgot. Pays it forward. A runaway. Emily's grip tightened, echoes of her own flight. He mentioned the stranger. Shaped him, makes him see the lost ones. Mary leaned in. You running too? Emily met her gaze. Something like that. Back at the garage, sun higher now. Lucas wiped sweat, tools clattering. Emily hung the coat, spotted a shelf, dusty books stacked. One caught her. Worn leather, family recipes scrawled in faded ink. She pulled it down, pages whispering open. Pies, breads, notes in margins. Add cinnamon for warmth. Found that? Lucas asked, approaching. Your mom's? She flipped a page, heart quickening. Baking, her secret joy, crushed by family sneers, not for heiresses. Yeah, she loved it. He took it gently, thumb tracing the cover. Haven't opened it since. Emily's fingers itched. I used to bake. Before. Everything. He handed it back. What stopped you? Family. Weddings over whisks. She set it down, voice sharp. Jonathan proposed with a diamond the size of regret. Lucas poured more coffee, sat across. Why run now? Altar hit like a wall. Saw my life, scripted, suffocating. She met his eyes, fingers absently tracing her wrist scar, from a childhood fall hidden like her choices. You get it? Losing control? He nodded. Mom's illness? Couldn't fix that. A pause, wow. But the stranger? They ran from something too. Bad marriage, I heard later. Found peace helping others. Emily froze. A runaway, like her. forging Lucas's kindness from their own rebellion. Not just a helper, he was mirror, shaped by runaways now aiding one. Her perception flipped, quiet rebellions binding them, unsaid but profound. Sun slanted through the garage windows, dust motes dancing in gold beams. Emily wiped her brow, hands smudged with grease. She'd been at it an hour, handing Lucas tools, holding parts steady. The engine hummed under her touch, alive. "Socket wrench," he said, voice low. She passed it, finger steady. "Like this?" He nodded, guiding her hand. "Twist firm, feels right when it clicks." It did. Satisfaction bloomed, small but real. No more idle sitting. She'd asked to help. The garage felt like hers now, tools familiar. Lucas straightened, rag in hand. "You're quick. Years watching others fix my life." She smirked, but her eyes shadowed. "Family's mechanics, polished, paid for." He chuckled. "Better dirty hands." She nodded, pacing to the shelf. The recipe book waited, pages dog-eared, fingers flipped. Apple pie, simple. "Mind if I try?" "Go on." He leaned against the bench, watching. Emily gathered basics from his sparse kitchen, flour, sugar, apples from the market run. Dough formed under her palms, kneading rhythmic. Flour dusted the air, scent sweet. Lucas hovered, subtle. "Mom started like that. Stress relief." "What stressed her?" Emily asked, rolling pin steady. "Life. Dad gone early, me to raise." He grabbed a peeler, joined in. Baking fixed what words couldn't. She sliced apples, knife flashing. Mind forbade it. "Emily, focus on alliances. Jonathan's family, old money, expectations." "Mama, Jonathan." He said it flat, peeling skin and curls. "Fiancé, ex." She tossed slices in. "Proposed at a gala. Ring heavy as chains." Lucas set the peeler down. "Why him?" "Dad's choice. Business merger disguised as love." Her voice edged sharp. "Ran before vows, dress ripped on the fence." He met her eyes. "Regret?" "None." Dough crimped under fingers. "Here? Feels free." Oven preheated, pie slid in. Timer ticked. They sat on stools, silence companionable. Lucas fiddled with a bolt. "Teach you more repairs?" "Why?" "Independence." He stood, grabbed a spark plug. "Like this. Gap it right, engine runs smooth." She mimicked, tool cold in hand. "Gap my life too?" He smiled faint. "Starting to." Pie baked, golden crust bubbling. Emily pulled it out, warmth filling the space. "Taste?" Lucas cut slices, fork piercing, eyes widened. "This, Mom's recipe. Exact." She froze, fork midway. "What?" He flipped the book open, margins noted. Extra nutmeg for heart. Her favorite. "You picked it blind?" Emily stared, pie warm on tongue. Serendipity hit, connection unearthed, tying her hands to his past. Healing deepened, quiet link forged. Walls softened further, confidants now, bound by dough and memory. Days blurred into rhythm. Emily set a fresh pie on the café counter. Apple, crust golden. Locals buzzed in, smiles wide. Mary plated slices, nodding approval. Town's hooked. Emily tied her apron tighter, grin easy. "Good to know." Her steps bounced lighter, no more guarded glances. Outside, kids waved. "Miss Emily, pie today?" "Always." She handed out samples, their laughter lifting her. Freedom tasted sweet. Lucas watched from the garage door, arms crossed. His nods softened into smiles. "Cafe suits you." She crossed the street, basket in hand. "Brought lunch, your favorite." He took the sandwich, bite quick. "Thanks. Busy day?" "Folks share stories now. Feels like home." She leaned on the truck, eyes bright. He nodded, warmth in his gaze. "Good." Evenings, they walked under stars, air cool. Emily linked her arm in his. "Tell me more about your mom." "Strong, baked through storms." He squeezed her hand. "Like you." She stopped, facing him. "The marriage, it suffocated. Jonathan was their puppet. Family wealth bought silence." Lucas tensed. "They coming?" "Rumors say yes." Her heart set. "Won't go back." He pulled her close. "Stay." News broke fast. Mary's radio crackled. "Heiress missing, family offers reward." Emily froze mid-serve, plate clattering. "They're close." Mary hugged her. "Town's got you." Lucas stormed in later, face tight. "Heard it." She met his gaze. "Jonathan's leading, backed by my father's money. Charming mask, cold core." He paced. "What now?" "Face it." She stood taller. Next morning, a truck rumbled up. Black SUV out of place. Door opened. Jonathan, suit crisp, hair slicked. Emily, his voice was smooth, edged. Time to go. She stepped out, apron dusted. No, he sneered faintly. This grease pit? Come on. Lucas emerged, stance protective. She said no. Jonathan eyed him. Mechanic, cute, but her family's got cash to bury this shop. Threat landed. Emily's fists clenched. Leave, he leaned in, or we buy out the town. Your friends, his garage, gone. She shoved him back. Out. He retreated, eyes cold. Think it over. SUV peeled away. Emily trembled, Lucas's arm around her. Closure hit. Pass refused, but conflict deepened. Staying risked him. Could she protect him by leaving? Rain slashed sideways, turning the street into a river. Emily stood at the garage door, peering out. Thunder grumbled low like an approaching argument. Her hands trembled, flour under nails from the café. Jonathan's threat echoed. Ruin Lucas, crush the shop. She couldn't let that happen. Lucas paced behind her, tools clattering as he set them down hard. They'll come. We stand firm. She nodded, doubt gnawing. Father's iron will, mother's quiet compliance, Jonathan's slick charm. Would she buckle? Headlights pierced the downpour. 2 sedans pulled up. Black, engines purring menace. Doors opened. Umbrellas bloomed, rain soaking them anyway. Father strode in, water beating on his coat. Emily, enough nonsense. Mother followed, eyes red-rimmed. Darling, please. Jonathan last, shaking off drops. Time to go home. Emily crossed arms. This is home. Rain drummed the tin roof, a cold bite in the air. Lucas stepped beside her, hand grazing her back, warm, steady. Father's gaze swept the space, cluttered workbench, faded photo of Lucas's mom. This hovel? You're an heiress. Was. Emily's voice cut clean. Ran for a reason. Mother wrung her hands. We worried. Searches, rewards. Control, Emily interrupted. Arranged life. Baked in expectations. Jonathan smirked. Like your P2, cute hobby. Lucas tensed, fist clenching. Fear surged. Mom's garage. Her memory. Threatened. He stayed quiet, presence loud. Father advanced. Come back. We'll forgive. No, she held ground. Mother's voice cracked. Your grandmother ran too. From us. We repeated mistakes. Father's eyes flickered, raw vulnerability. Pushed too hard. Regretted when you vanished. Like that stranger Lucas spoke of, running from mistakes, helping others. Emily blinked. Expected iron fists, found fractures. Threats masked their pain. Family's cage, self-made. A nod to Lucas's story, tying regrets to the stranger's legacy. Jonathan huffed. Don't cave. She's bluffing. Quiet, Father snapped, fury at him. This mess. Our fault. Lucas's gaze locked with hers. Unspoken love radiated. Stay with me. Fear flipped to hope. Quiet power blooming. We threatened, Mother admitted, tears mixing rain. Feared losing you. Emily's heart set, resolve threaded with forgiveness. You did, but I found me. Thunder rolled distant, rain eased to a patter. Father nodded, defeated. If this is your choice, it is. She glanced at Lucas, his nod subtle pride. Jonathan scowled. You'll regret. Out. Father's command, final. They turned, umbrellas snapping open. Cars revved, taillights fading into the wet night. Door shut. Silence fell, broken by roof drips. Emily exhaled, knees weak. Lucas pulled her into a hug, his scent, grease, rain, comforting. You did it, he murmured. We. She pulled back, eyes meeting his. Reckoning soft, regrets unveiled, love found. Jonathan's threat lingered. That night, to shield Lucas, she packed a bag, slipping out at dawn. A note left. For your safety. Miles unraveled her resolve. Love tugged harder. 2 days later, light filtering through cleared skies, she knocked. Lucas opened, relief flooding his face. You're back. Couldn't stay away. She dropped her bag, will unbroken. Doubts whispered, occasional echoes of chains, but his relief silenced them. A letter arrived, father's, conceding, lawyers called off. Live your life, the stranger's cycle echoed. Runaways finding peace, helping others. They sat on the workbench, hands linked. Connection deepened, fears inverted to hope. Emily's bag hit the garage floor, dust settling after 2 days away. She'd left to shield Lucas, Jonathan's threats of lawyers and ruin echoing. A bus ride, a cheap motel, but love pulled harder than fear. She returned to Willow Creek, heart steady, as dawn broke soft and gold. A letter arrived. Father is right, ink heavy. Larshers called off. Live your help while live your life. Regrets lingered, softened over time, but she burned the note with Lucas, ashes curling under starlight. Healing crept slow, scars fading but remembered. Sunrise painted the town, mist rising from damp earth. Emily shaped dough in the cafe's back kitchen, her corner a haven, shelves lined with peas, scones cooling. Locals filed in, nods turning to grins. Mary called, "Order up!" bell jingling. Emily handed a bag, smile easy. "Enjoy!" Across the street, Lucas wiped a wrench, engine purring under his hands. Garage doors open, breeze carrying pie scents. He glanced over, smile faint, support unwavering. Days wove together, mornings baking, afternoons sharing bites with him, evenings on his porch, stars above, hands linked. One dusk, he knelt in the yard, ring simple, twisted silver, no diamonds weight. "Marry me?" She nodded, tears quiet. "Yes." Friends rallied. Mary baked the cake, townsfolk strung lights across the backyard. No grand halls, just grass and fireflies. Wedding day dawned clear. Emily wore a sundress, white cotton, Mary's borrowed veil. Freckles free, no polished mask. Lucas in clean flannel, boots polished. Under the oak, lights twinkled as sun dipped. Preacher's words were soft, love showing up. Like the stranger who saved my mom, Emily, you've completed the cycle. Vows spoken hers, promising freedom shared. His, honoring memories woven new. Rings slid on, metal warming fast. Friends clapped, hugs warm. Cake cut, laughter spilled, radio music sparking barefoot dances. Night deepened. They slipped to the cabin, door shutting out the world. In bed, sheets tangled, Emily traced her wrist scar. Childhood fall, now a bridge to his mother's memory. Imperfect, she whispered, but ours. He pulled her close. Healing grew, boundaries held. Family letters came, tentative, regrets inked. She replied briefly, standing firm. Lucas visited his mom's grave, flowers from her garden, stories shared aloud. Her bakery thrived, pies selling out, community knit tight. His garage hummed, fixes for neighbors, sometimes free. Freedom rooted, not escape, but home in glances, touches. Dawn again. Emily woke, coffee brewing. Lucas stirred, arm around her. Morning. She smiled, life unfolding, breath by breath, shared. If this story moved you, if it reminded you that hope can be found in the most surprising moments, don't forget to like, share, and subscribe to Heartwarming Love Story. We bring you stories that touch the soul, renew your belief in kindness, and highlight what's truly important in life.